Welcome to the Follow the Leader podcast. My name is Greg Barron. Um, this is very new for me. This is practice for me. I've done a lot of conversational calls that have worked out to be therapy for groups of people. This is the first time I've done anything on video. So this is going to be practice. And as you know, somebody that can't see, I'm legally blind. Somebody that can't see doing video, it can easily turn into comedy. So I'm doing my best to be very careful. I would like to open up by talking about the main topic that I want to talk about. It's based on my discovery of trying to help other people start businesses, grow their businesses, and manage their businesses. I found out working back through, I would give people information about this type of company, that type of business, why you should choose this one, here's the steps to get in, things like that. I would filter through information from some of the most prominent sources out there on the internet, in magazines, and on television. And but I kept coming back to the same thing. The most important place for me to start with trying to help people was the motivation to start a business. The why am I doing this? Why and how? How can I do this? And it comes back to the individual person. What does being an entrepreneur mean to them? So we back away from being an entrepreneur to how do I find the motivation to promote myself to success? What can I identify about myself, about my persona, about my identity? What's unique and special about me that I can use to promote myself to being competitive and thus successful? And so that's why the title of this podcast is Follow the Leader, because you have to look within. You have to find the leader within. Lots of people look for a leader out in the world, or who can I follow? Dale Carnegie, Steve Jobs. All of these people have important lessons that we can learn from. But in the very beginning, each of them started with their own personal goals, the questions they had to answer for themselves about why should I be in business, and what does being in business mean to me? What needs is it going to? What needs is entrepreneurship going to satisfy for me? Once you identify that, then you know the direction that you need to go in, and you'll even know sometimes exactly what business you need to start. And so that's why my Facebook group, Your Small Business Breakthrough, I believe I'm remembering the name of it right, because I never read it. All I did was say it. It the breakthrough now is finding your motivation. I've realized that's what it is. Finding the motivation, because being an entrepreneur is a lot of work. It takes a lot of time. You don't just sit down and let the bucks roll in. You have to create it. You are creating a business out of nothing. And so you have to be motivated in order to engage in that. So my goal is to help people who have never had an entrepreneur in their family, never started a business themselves, never done anything but work for other people. People who are in one type of entrepreneurial effort and now they want to do something different. Or maybe they want to start something on the side. Or perhaps they're in school and I want to do something while I'm in school to make money. Or they've been working at the same job for 30 years and I want to do something. I want to do what I really want to do, what I've always wanted to do. And I've never given myself permission to do. This is information for all of those people. And there are no, I just got through talking with Latanya, there are no cookie cutter people. Everybody's different. They're not making gingerbread people on a sheet. Everybody's unique. And so you have to address that individually. So I want to provide a way for the individual to seek within themselves the spark that will help them explode into the type of entrepreneur that they have always dreamed of being. And so That's why motivation is the ground floor. Why? Why should I do this? I could just keep on sitting at home. Or I could just keep on working at the same job I've always worked at. Or I don't see why I need to change what I need to do. I think everything I need to do is just fine. And no matter what type of person you are, there is a spark of motivation that will nudge you off of the spot. Matter of fact, there's a great book called The Nudge that is worth reading. It it Some people don't need a shove. All some people need is a little bump, a little nudge. And if things that I say provide that nudge for you, oh my God, I'm so grateful for the opportunity to do it. And I want you to begin with me. I would never try to talk to anyone about things that I'd never at least attempted to do myself. Um, I'm disabled by the law of the land, the letter of the land. But I don't let that stop me. Everybody's got issues. Everybody's got a quote unquote problem. And I want to demonstrate to you how those obstacles are really no obstacle at all. And as a matter of fact, for me, it provides my motivation to make more of what I have, to use the resources I have to create something greater. I When I became disabled, my life changed, and I was no longer able to do all of the things that I enjoyed doing or that I'd done out of habit. And I had to figure out new ways of doing things. And along the way, I encountered new people, new situations. I found it interesting. And it gave me the desire, as I helped myself, it gave me the desire to help other people, whether they are disabled, disadvantaged, left behind in some way, uh, people who feel stuck, people who just think they can't change. All of these people fall into the groups of people that I want to work with and that I'm interested in helping. And so I feel like motivation is the root. I feel like, that there's a science called causal analysis where you look for the root cause of whatever situation you're dealing with. And I believe motivation lies at the root of solving every human problem. Once you answer the question, why should I? Then you're on your way to actually doing the thing that you need to do or that you want to do. And so this is my opening of my podcast, Follow the Leader. I'm Greg Barron, and I would like to thank you for listening.